Hey everybody, Maria here, doing a reading for Cancer. Thanks for joining me. I was just meditating on the cards, and the card that popped out said Shaman. I felt spiritual gifts were coming in for some of you all. Love this. Got protection. The turtle might be your spirit guide. Tells me a lot. You live a long life, very wise. If you've ever seen the movie Finding Dory, I think, isn't it Finding Dory? That turtle just kind of learned how to go with the life's flow. I feel you're in harmony. Your path will unfold. So you might be on this journey trying to figure out who you are, what's going on. I feel like you're totally 1,000,000% listening to your intuition. And that's exactly where you should be. Trusting the divine. You're trying to manage a lot right now. It's almost as if you live in solitude, I feel. Thank you for that validation. And as you sit and you seek peace, you find clarity. I also feel like you're healing. You might be doing some inner child work, as therapists call it. Shadow work is what we say in the industry of tarot reading, if there was an industry. It's really uncovering what doesn't serve you anymore. I've talked about it before. The reality isn't adding to, but releasing of. So I see the image I have in my head are people, and Cancer has been on my heart seriously for weeks, but this is so heavy right now. Some of you might be finishing up a dark night, coming out of it. You see the clouds parting. The gray is you're finding peaks of sun. You're not abandoned kind of feeling. You survived this. But you're uncovering things in your backpack, and I don't even think you realize shadow work. And I feel like your triggers are family. One of mine was that I struggled with early on is calling me out for something I didn't do. That was a big trigger. And it really made me want to defend myself. So that might be something you're going through. Excuse me. I also feel like you might be uncovering several of your gifts, and it feels very unique. Like you are unique. Partnership. You're facing acceptance. And I want to go back to the unpacking of the backpack, because the truth of the matter is I'll talk about me, because when I sit in a space of vulnerability, humility, humanity, I'm human. I F up pretty much all the time. But it doesn't, my flaws don't define me, you know? Neither do my wins don't define me. It's kind of like that Chinese story that it's an old story, but it was about the farmer that lived on an island and had a son, and he was widowed, and the horse, he had one horse and a kid, and he was plowing heavy, long days. And the horse, the son left the gate open in the yard, and the horse ran away, and all the villagers had to throw their input in and said, oh, that's terrible that the horse ran away, right? And then the horse came back with hundreds of friends the next day, and all of a sudden the villagers come by and say, oh my goodness, now you have 100 horses, that's fantastic. Each time that a situation occurred, the farmer was wise enough to say, I don't know if it's good or bad, I just know that my son left the gate open, the horse got out, and now I have 100 horses because he brought his friends home. And one by one, things were occurring in his life, and he was accepting with it. He was going with the flow. not judging it as good or bad, just as experience, right? Lessons. That's kind of the vibe I get, is as you're unpacking this backpack you've been carrying around for, I don't know, 30, 40 years, you're recognizing the triggers and patterns in relationships and how you react. And it's the deeper view. It's not just the surface view, but it's a deeper view as to how this affects you. But it feels also like as you're sitting and unlearning, I should say, these traits, characteristics, conditioning that they put on you, I feel like you're also uncovering gifts. You're having a deeper knowledge, deeper understanding. And I feel like it's very exciting to see you transition. And it feels like recognition is happening that you're a bit different, but you are loved. Partnership, last card out, accept yourself and your colorful personality. Maybe you're finding a lighthearted child as you're unpacking the weight of this backpack, and you're having fun. It feels confident about being you. I feel like you're not questioning your gifts of empathy. It's part of who you are, and I'm gonna stand on that shaman card. I am, because I think that was not by mistake. I just happened to put it back by mistake. But you're a joy bringer, and let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. So you might be going into a new position where you might need assistance. I had the fox pop out, so you might be dealing with a fox animal spirit. Look it up if you know, you know, if you are one. And I feel like you're trying to find, I feel if you're going into a new job, I kind of get you track more flies or bees with honey than vinegar. That's kind of this message, is you might you're going to have to win over a few people, but still stand in authority. Okay, that's a lot. So tell me, I don't know, or it could be a relationship, and it feels very much like lighthearted fun, but don't be walked on. So I don't know what that's about. What's going on with Cancer, please? Tower moment with the Knight of Pentacles. Hard work. I feel like you're protected over the situation. I'm going to clarify, of course, but tell me about this Tower. And I also get the sense it's a revelation. Could be an upheaval. Somebody coming in, Nine of Pentacles, abundance, luxury. Somebody coming in from your past wanting to be victorious. Feels very heavy on the Capricorn. Feels also very heavy on the Taurus. Aries, Leo, Virgo. These are the signs that are popping up. Could be any sign, but it's just somebody with, or it could be you. It's just very much substantial reciprocity. And it feels also, you've been waiting a long time, and you've been, like, you might have worked at a position for 10 years and just like the grindstone, right? Long days, kind of like the farmer. And here you are, and I feel like it's recognition. I just got the Five of Pentacles. Somebody misses you, feeling left out in the cold, or maybe you missed an opportunity. Ace of Wands over here. These two fell here. Knight of Cups to the Four of Pentacles. Somebody who feels like you moved on, feels left out, didn't give to you. It was not reciprocated like I felt. And it could be a work relationship. It could be a partnership. It could be anything. But now it wants to have a brand new beginning. It feels very much fire sign energy racing in, wanting to restore and truth-telling. I just need to clarify because I'm a nosy reader. Tell me about this Tower. Tower is defined. Two of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Twice on the board. Juggling you. Not giving you your prize, flowers, attention. The High Priestess to the Six of Swords. Gemini. Want to be victorious. They see you as a High Priestess, or they're embodying manifestation, trying to get you into the world. It's that manifestation card with the Nine of Wands, freaking out that you're not gonna, you may have ghosted this person, not called them, but they're losing their mind. It's been so long that they've not heard from you. They're coming back, or you've closed this cycle and there's a distance because it feels very much a period of time has passed. But this Two of Pentacles has been, you're stupid busy right here, building something, spending time, saving your money, working hard, And this person was an interruption to your growth. Number one, let's start there. You might be trying to get like on a better plan, diet, meditation, like you're investing in self. Plus you're also just trying to repair. Like if it's almost like if I told my partner I wanted to repair my relationship, and then my partner tried to sabotage every single opportunity I could to repair my relationship with my kids or my family. You know what I mean? If I said that out loud. So I feel like you're trying to protect yourself from this person. It feels very heavy that this person did not want your best interest. You might have shelled out a lot of money. It feels very unrequited. You might have supported this person thinking, writing out $1,000 checks to give this person to keep them afloat somehow is love. No. And I feel like you're not with this person anymore, but they owe you a lot of money. King of Pentacles to the Queen of Wands. I feel kind of just saying this person is your person, maybe the King of Pentacles. It's just energy, but somebody's representing passion, fun, excitement, and sees you as a sees you as a King of Pentacles, male or female. It doesn't matter. Stable, strong, secure with a strategy. Financially standing on their own. You might have gotten a new job or increase in responsibilities at work since your last separation. Ten of Swords. You ended this. They're fearful of you ending this. Or you did end this. You did end this. Now I have the Queen of Pentacles. Now I have a match on the board to the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Swords. Somebody wants to get two Knight of Swords. Rushing in to have a conversation. Very ambitious, driven. They see you this way. Fast thinking and defending beliefs. And this is now Queen of Pentacles. So this is somebody I feel like you were married to or you were in a long-standing relationship with. And if I have the Queen of Wands out here, somebody stepped out or somebody was acting as a Queen of Wands or they're coming in as a Queen of Wands. Take it as you resonate. I have the Hangman, impulsive. Man, didn't think twice about that. Didn't go within, didn't do the work. Not quite cooked. Not undercooked chicken. Right here. Didn't quite do all the work. So this is somebody who wants to hurry up and just secure my, get my security in. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, not wanting to commit. This is the problem. She or he did not want to commit to this relationship. Still not done. Still not done. Still undercooked. Not quite ready. But wants to keep the door open. I don't know what to say. They want to keep access to you. Five of Wands, lots of internal struggle. Lots of anxiety over the reconciliation of this. To the Nine of Pentacles, sees you as secure, solid answer. Healing, want to heal this. They want to come forward. They want to talk. They want to chat. You might be in the public eye, but I also feel like this is somebody who sees you in a different light. Four of Swords, thinking, still thinking, very Gemini. Aquarius, could be an Aquarius. Somebody sees you working hard, almost like an opportunity to invest in, rekindle a relationship, drop the burdens, the past fights, arguments, extra responsibilities, and the hard work. It's almost like two heads work better than one, but I don't know if I want to commit to the level that you want to commit. I don't think you want to commit. I don't know who I'm reading for, but this energy has a misinterpretation of what a relationship is. I read a little bit like this last week or earlier this week about somebody having a different perspective of how this relationship or how relationships go. And I feel it's a meeting of the minds in the middle. So you might be seeing this situationship. It could be with a Taurus. It feels very much like you both are turning in the same direct towards each other, meeting in the middle. Somebody won't compromise or somebody didn't want to compromise. It seems like a misunderstanding. Somebody's willing to compromise, speaking their truth. And the Queen of Swords, which is why it's justice, is you might have put boundaries around this person, blocked this person. I feel like somebody just wanted fairness. It's almost like, forgive me, there's two different tribes I'm reading for. You have somebody, this group over here, if this is you might have been asked to wait, be patient as somebody clears a relationship that they're getting out of. Another part of you all are in a relationship or have been in a relationship and your mate did something absolutely unforgivable as you see this person, but you love this person unconditionally. So you're trying to say to yourself, do I love this person enough to bring them back, or is the forgiveness okay? Because I really do feel like I need protection. And I'm shaking as I'm reading this. I'm shaking. You're like shaking, right? So like this is anger and fear and like I need to defend myself I need to listen to my intuition deeply over this relationship. The second party, where they did something that crossed a boundary, a significant trust, total disrespectful thing. There's a factor of clear-mindedness where before, I'm gonna go back to that backpack because I think they're both tribes that I'm referring to can relate to what I'm gonna say. Once you unpack this backpack and realize my worth and my value, and would I allow anybody else to do this to me, let alone somebody I'm supposed to unconditionally love, you can continue to love this person. I can continue to forgive this person's behavior, but I do not need to keep the door open and make space and hold a space for the first party, for this person to get their crap together and come and join me. Because it could be 5 years, or it could be some kind of cloud in the sky dream that this person's going to leave their partner of 20 years or whatever and come and join me. The second party was in a relationship. One, I feel, stepped out, did some stuff, said some stuff publicly, it feels like, created a smear campaign, unbiased, embarrassment. I feel embarrassed, angry, humiliated, but more so, totally, the feeling I feel is disappointment at the situation, sad over the loss of the situation. But to be fair, I don't think you care anymore. That's the vibe, is I feel like you've healed from this thing. And now this person comes back saying, okay, I'm ready to meet where you wanted to. And I think you're just like, I'm doing okay, sir, madam. I'm okay. I think you dropped this burden. You've been working hard on yourself. And I'm going to go back to the last reading I did, because I remember I just got a flashback from doing this card on the Seven of Cups. Is you have opportunities left and right. That's why this person's coming back. Because when you were in the relationship, there was abuse or neglect or verbal condemnation, character assassination over the fact that you weren't as good, independent of them. And you're better, and they know it. I'm sorry, Crosswatcher. I just work here, read the cards, but that's the energy, is you're getting opportunities left and right. Left and right. Now they're sitting in wishful thinking over the illusion of coming back to you. You might be dealing with a Scorpio. Here's the interesting thing. Your person might have I see a peacock and I see a puffed up puffin. This is what this means. I mean, puffin right there, real puffy. But I'm just going to read off my intuition. This is somebody who thought very highly of themselves and thought they were the best option in your life. You couldn't do better. They almost kept you on the shelf while they explored. And you got yourself off the shelf, walked out of the room, shut the door quietly. I don't think you had a big stink about it. And now you're getting found out, seen somehow. You're growing. And it's almost like they're searching for purpose. And you found your purpose. You're living your best life. They're daydreaming about you two. And you're on the stage with a mic moving forward. And you're living your best life. And they're watching this, I feel. They're sitting in their Nine of Wands right here. And now I got a Death card, right? They want to rebirth this thing. After you transformed, they're reluctant to transforming. They're saying they're working on it. They're not undercooked chicken. They're not quite done. They're doing some of the shadow work, but they're still playing in both playgrounds. You might be dealing with a Sag, and now I have, so here they come. Rushing in. You might have posted something, announced something. You heard that you're moving for an increase in opportunities. Somebody's taking an inspired action, being fearless but impulsive. Impulsive. Hangman reversed. Not thinking, not doing any introspective. Still one-minded, one-sided view of who you were based on their own perception of relationships, commitment, and what you wanted back there, way back there where they left you. Now it's balanced out. Michael, right? Balancing earth and sky, as above, so below, one cup to the other, balancing it out. I feel like you're sitting here listening, guarded, but listening, and you're finding meaning to all of this. The lesson here. You're looking at this person coming back as how far you've grown since they left. You might have been in a dark space for a hot minute, sad, crying, thinking, praying, changing. Lots of Sag out here. Lots of Sag. It's very exciting stuff. I feel, you might be dealing with the Queen of Pentacles, or you are take it as it resonates, but strategizing to come back for you, or you're strategizing to move into that feeling, embodying that nurturing, practical, but also providing financially. So again, Taurus, Virgo, Libra might be showing up saying, I want to take you on a vacation, take you on around the world, follow me, male or female. Somebody wants to provide for you, could be a Capricorn. If you're a male, Cancer, it may be a mother. I also feel like you might be mastering your femininity if you're a male Cancer. And that is beautiful because you're alchemizing. Wow, I kind of get a scene here in my head. If I'm reading for a guy, a physical male, you may have been raised to think a man pays for everything, does everything. It's okay to get yelled at for hours. It's okay. That's what you do in a relationship. You fight for this thing. And like the neighbors could have been called, right, on a domestic. That's how, I mean, you guys are loud. I'm Italian. I know. I know. And I feel like this is something that in the past, the arguing would establish still energy. I'm still invested because I'm so passionate about getting this outcome. And you're calm. You're calm. And this person may not be in balance where you are. Not only because I feel if you balance this out, if you're masculine and gotten more empathetic and calmed down a bit energetically, I feel like this has opened up opportunities because you have clear thinking. You can see the empathic side, as well as the logical. So you're doing a really good job at balancing that. But the vibrational hits I'm getting off this, female or male, is you might be going overseas, moving, like you're planning and manifesting, preparing, progressing forward, and you're making choices today to see if it fits in that version of you where you want to be. That's kind of how I see you. If this doesn't fit, it will mess up that. And I'm not doing that. That is the move of an emperor. Oh my God, if that is enough, wish fulfillment, and you're absolutely stopping all the anxiety, the fear, the disappointment. It's a painful ending. Like I said, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis, failure, collapse, defeat, but it's release. It's release of that. You're letting it go. You're feeling the feelings. So I'm sorry, I'm going to read intuitively. You had to sacrifice an old version of what you used to be to go find the wish fulfillment of wealth, financial security, abundance with balance, that somebody can manage this, not spend all your, like you may not come into a blessing that the divine has for you until you understand your worth. Because then the blessing is just adding to your blessings you already created. It's not necessarily the thing you're chasing. You already have it. You are already here. Whether you have 2 nickels in your pocket or not, you embody this energy already. This person isn't quite ready, and I feel like you just might have ended it with like a Gemini recently. You have a lot of body count. I'm just saying. I'm reading for. I'm not judging. I just work here. But it feels like you had to let go family members, friends, parties, situationships, like things that don't serve you for your highest good, because that's where you're heading. You're acting as the emperor. If you were given a position of leadership, VP level, high level management, you're very cautious about, it's like not just controlling the narrative, but you're not sticking your neck out to take the risks at the cost of what you've worked for based on the people you choose and their behavior. Like, I don't think I want to be seen in public with them doing this. If that's silly, that's petty, that's childish, blah, blah, blah. So you're kind of severing quietly, some not so quietly, one to go to the other. So I feel like you might be letting go of a Gemini, going to a Virgo. You're releasing. And it feels like somebody who dangled a carrot, a Gemini maybe. It's a twin flame vibe, but it feels very much like pie in the sky. I don't think it was a twin. I'm sorry. I'm going to stand on it. I don't think it's a false twin. Somebody said, just because you say it over and over doesn't mean it's accurate. And it also doesn't mean you can love this person forever. And you might have a really good relationship, but they're just not ready for the relationship that you need them to be, which is a commitment, long-standing, equal give and take, love, starting with self, given by the divine. That's the feeling I have, is if you connected and tied with and yoked, I keep going with yoked, old school biblical. If I yoke, heavy burden placed upon me, if I yoke with this person, I stop my blessings from flowing. They might overspend, they might have addictions, they might have gambling issues. I kind of feel like that's an issue. You might have debt, right? A load of debt where in the past you helped with or gave. And I feel like if you took this person back, if you lived with this person, you would not have this person leave you. They would be like forever here. Like, I feel like you just are free recently. And I feel like the horse rushing back to the barn kind of thing. And I feel like bringing their friends with them, like this is not something you want to do. Just remember that. It's not that you don't have love for the person, but you take their karma and their problems with you. You can love and you might have healing energy, but in Alcoholics, whatever, we say, I carry the message, not the alcoholic. That's the vibe, is I can love you without being enabling of your dying, whatever you're doing. I don't have to sit by and sign off on your behavior when I'm trying to find my feet and gain some money, some stability, some rapport. I'm doing really well at work. You might be your own boss and you're taking leadership in your life. You're treating yourself as your own CEO in your life. They see you happy, meditating. I go back to that meditation card. You might be just recuperating. I feel like you are on 10% for so long. You might be napping a lot. Naps are great. But I feel like by living in a state of this 9 of Cups is peaceful, by myself, happy and content by myself, staying in a space of gratitude, I'm calling in more gratitude, more abundance, satisfaction, equilibrium, balance. It's like you're just oozing calmness and nobody can steal your peace. Period. I love this. There you are, King of Cups, right there. Balance. It's emotional balance. I think that was the last of the 4 kings you needed to master. I think you've got the money down. I think you got the physical down. Now you're getting the emotion down. The mind, you've always been tricky because it's like, which is intuition, which is logic. That seems to be something you might have tripped over for a minute. But I feel like you've even got that grounded. Strength to heal and strength to come forward. Because I have another Chariot, your card, which I love, to a Queen of Cups, to a nurturing person. Beautiful. And the Queen of Cups is the woman who cuts the crust off your sandwich. This is a compassionate, comfort, calm, nurturing healer, typically highly intuitive. She might be another reader. She might be a healer. She might be into yoga. She might be into Reiki. a nurse, a therapist, whatever, is just reading the card here. But it feels very much like I'm bringing my fold. The horse is back into the corral. I'm bringing my fold back in. It's emotional, stable. So that's what I think you're really looking for out of this whole thing. The vibe I get is, I don't need the cops here tomorrow morning. I don't need drama. I don't need to hear you in my head. We don't need to fight kind of vibe, whether you're male or female. But it feels like this person had to choose what the Six of Cups are coming to mind. So something that was familiar may have been toxic stuff in the cups. Just saying, I can relate to that. Or I can choose a brand new cup that the divine is giving me that has peace, love, equal, you know, what I just said, and it's overflowing. I just got another verification here. Sitting in a decision, having a new idea, there's Hangman, surrendering this whole thing. And I feel like it was a sacrifice, and it's very much enlightenment, seeing it differently. It means deep insight. But I really hear the word sacrifice. So something that you wanted, Cancer, forever, and you didn't want to let go of this dream. You didn't want to let go of this illusion. You let go of. You saw, if I keep waiting, maybe the divine showed up and said, you know, you can wait until the cows come home. Your person, you're going to wait 20 years for your person to get their stuff together. You're trying to manifest. This feels very much like manifestation of a Pisces. It could be your Pisces coming. This could be a Pisces actually coming forward. Feels like wishes couldn't come true. Contentment. Somebody's manifesting the other. But it is luxury and gratitude. Judgment. You're sitting in judgment over this situation, over this offer, over this reunion, about this soulmate. And you're ready to have this conversation. But there has been disagreements, fights, and if not, on top of that, possible like somebody stepped out, somebody didn't meet somebody else's expectation. It feels very much competition, third party, could be family, could be too much work, doesn't matter, but it's loss. Somebody's grieving over it, somebody's in their head and sitting in hermit. And if that ain't enough, now they can't sleep at night, right? Because that's how spirit works, is I will put a cattle prod up your backside to get you to move. And somebody can't sleep. They're hopeless. They think this thing is completely gone. Somebody overstepped somebody, boundary, broke it, all the shattered, all the hell. And it might be a competition between a Gemini and a Virgo, or a Pisces. Heavy on the water, though. You might be the Gemini, because you might have any of these placements in your chart. The thing that I get about the Gemini is almost two-minded, so you might be dealing with somebody who has high highs, low lows kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Like I said, either addiction, mental instability, and it's just balance, trying to find balance between the two, not react, just keep your calm. That's what I think you've done. You're struggling internally about offering a brand new or accepting a brand new opportunity, as well as possible investment in a move in, like, it feels very much like you have a competitive nature to this relationship, but you are competing against yourself at self-growth as well as work. Whatever work is to you, whatever that means. I have the Lovers with the Two of Swords to the Seven of Swords. It's a difficult decision because of the betrayal. This person wants to rectify the situation. Five of Cups, Six of Swords, Queen of Wands, sexy. You know, you are. Courage, confident, independent. Could be her coming forward. It could be a male with embodying this feminine energy, but very confident, very much physical, sexual, you know, the Moon to the shadow work, hidden things you don't know that have to come to light. And somebody's coming forward to have a conversation. They might have a little bit of zest in their conversation with you, with the King of Wands to the Seven of Wands. Is somebody's taking this initiative, but they want to fight for this. They want to fight for this relationship with you. They don't want to lose it. But on the flip side, and I feel like that's more of a feminine energy, sorry, but I also feel somebody else wants to maintain control. So they don't want to, this goes back to that original pile, and I'm sorry, but I'm managing my instincts a little bit, my intuition, but that first pile, and maybe it's the same people, and these are their own internal struggles, but it's almost like if I commit, I have to release this. And that's where I lose control. Because if I say I love you or I'm committed, I'm going to get hurt. They're going to leave me. It's not going to work out anyways. They've already painted it up, put it in the tree, hang it, get rid of it. I'll put a pin on it. You know, like there's no way this is going to work. And so this person's already defeated, lack mindset, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, that kind of thing, total anxiety. Change. You have to have change. 5s are change. You might be seeing 55, 555. And I feel like you're being protected over somebody that breadcrumbed you or put you in a multiple situation. Capricorn on here. I have Taurus with commitment with 4 cups. That's what they're considering. And it's traditional. That's the thing, is they have to look at this thing differently. That goes back to that second pile again, is that traditional view of what relationships look like. Crazy. This is a very different read. Lots of cups, though. Lots of love. It's very balanced. Somebody has to definitely use their intuition and make a choice. I'm going to stop here. That's where I'm supposed to, because it keeps going. I think each of you are going to know what to do because you're going within. You're going and asking the divine. But this is good luck, new cycle, new karma coming forward. Several of you are at the turning point to make a decision that is for your highest good going forward. Several of you may do this cycle again. I do believe that the majority of you have such heightened intuition. Each one of you are forced to sit and pray to your party, to the divine, for clarity, for discernment, for soundness of mind. That's what's happening. I believe this is going to happen tomorrow. Could be tomorrow, could be Saturday, or, you know, Sunday. Whatever choice you make, you're looking back for your happiness in the future. What makes you happy? Beautiful energy. You're very positive. This person's upbeat. It could be, like I said, Taurus is on the board again, and they're going to offer you the world, the star, and the sun. They're going to give you more than what they did before, which is the right thing, but this might be a pattern too. So you're going to have to use your intuition. Is it going to just go back to the way it was? You're going to have to decide. Have they done the work? That might be the first question you've asked. Hi, have you done the work? It's like, I want to know. That's what this feels like. It's very flirtatious energy coming in. They want it. They want their 10 of Cups. They're coming in. They're coming in. Here they come, Cancer. It is a divine love and harmony. But somebody might just be needing your forgiveness, living in the past. So we just got to discern what this looks like to you and your situation. Tomorrow is Saturday is that's tomorrow, is the symposium. If you want to join, please let me know. Email me at 4th Dimension Tarot. It's a few hours. You get a free reading. The whole thing only costs $100, and you get all the material that you need for the class. I love to have your input on it. Second, before you leave, hit that subscribe button. Really helps us readers grow our footprint. It costs you nothing. You don't have to commit. I don't need your email, nothing like that. Just hit a button, and that way it helps us increase our algorithm in the universe. If you want to promote me, there's a button there for that. I don't even know the name of it. Push, zoom, something like that. And then lastly, if you want your own personal reading, feel free to email me again, 4thdimensiontarot@gmail.com, or hit the link below in the description box, and you can schedule your own time that works for you. This is beautiful. Change is afoot, and your life will never look the same. Never, ever, after this decision, either way. So good luck to you. Love and light. Take care. Have a great weekend.